Daedric pig. Come to Brianna.
Gods, what a mess. What a frightful mess. cold wind.
alternative is a lot worse.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to my new Nightblade bow gank build 1 bar, which is called the TERRORCROW. So let's jump right into the sets. So the first piece we have is a New Moon Acolyte's bow with a weapon damage enchantment, sharpened. Head is a Balorg's Mask, Divine's Match Magicka. New Moon Acolyte's Jack, Divine's Match Magicka. Balorg's Epaulets, Shoulders, Max Magicka, Divines. Waist is New Moon, Divines, Max Magicka. Hands is New Moon, Divines, Max Magicka. Legs is Guards of the Scavenging Demise, Divines, Max Magicka. And Boots of Scavenging Demise, Divines and Maximum Magicka. Necklace is Defiler's Necklace with a weapon damage enchantment. It's infused. Defiler's Ring, weapon damage enchantment, infused. And of course the Oaken Soul Ring, infused. The skills are Shrewd Offering for a big burst heal. Impale for your execute, hits super hard. You've got your Lethal Arrow for lots of high damage. Concealed Weapon, this is slotted for the extra 10% damage done. Shadowy Disguise for your cloak. And Dawnbreaker of Smiting. Character, these are the stats unbuffed. It's a Khajiit, or you can run a High Elf or Dark Elf, or even Orc, but I do find Khajiit is probably the best. Dark Elf might be slightly better. You're running Bewitched Sugar Skulls, so you've got bigger bars on your health, stamina and magicka. And the Mundus is the apprentice for spell damage. If you can pick the warrior or the apprentice, it shouldn't matter, as they all sort of scale with one another now. So the reasoning with the sets. So what we are doing, what I was aiming to do, was to get the Oaken Soul Ring, as it's got all the nice buffs that we like, and it's 1 bar, and combine that with Balorg, as it's the most highest damage monster set. You know, everyone's running it. It's very, very powerful. The only downside is obviously you have to build up ultimate. It still works with lower ultimate, but obviously the more ultimate will give you the maximum damage output. So obviously to compensate, because you're running a 1 bar setup, we've got 1 mythic, monster set, and a full set of new moon. So that leaves that will leave 4 pieces. So you can't have a 5th set. You can't have a full 5-piece set. You're missing one. So what I did was I've just put on 2 pieces of Scavenging Demise just to get some extra weapon and spell damage, and the same with Defiler's Necklace. 2 pieces will give me weapon and spell damage. I'm running a mixture of medium and light. I think it's 3 light, 4 medium. Sharpened on the bow, I believe, is the best trait for the bow, as you always want penetration, as everyone's very tanky. And I do believe that the weapon damage enchantment is best, as this will proc on snipe and increase your damage even further. So even though you're not running 2 full 5-piece sets, I do believe that the Balor monster set does make up for that massively. And as you can see in the video clips, you do some massive hits. So you do have to build up the ultimate, obviously, to get the maximum benefit. If you don't have the ultimate ready, you can still hit hard, but obviously the more patient you are, the higher the ultimate, the more weapon and spell damage and penetration you will acquire, and you will stack up to the stats that were shown in the earlier part of the video, showing how high it can actually stack up to. So the way we do that is, I did find a little trick. I think it is in one of the passives, which is, yeah, Catalyst. So that's nice. So obviously if you're not in combat, you can gain ultimate just by keep popping potions. And obviously this sounds expensive, but I haven't got them actually fully set up. But what you want is you tri-stat potions as your main potions in combat. So obviously if you're in combat, use your tri-stat potions, as they will give all 3 bars back resources. And then obviously what I do is I just buy a cheap stack of potions that you're not really bothered about. So as you're running through Cyrodiil or wherever you are, and you want to gain some ultimate and there's nothing to kill or bring it up, just keep popping potions every 30 to 40 seconds. Just give you a little extra, because obviously every little will help, and the more ultimate you have, the more powerful the battle will make your character hit harder. So you can just keep popping them and you can see it's going up. I wish there was another way to generate the ultimate. It does still go up quite quickly. Obviously a lot of light attacks and heavy attacks it works really well in Imperial City because there's loads of mobs, so you can pick up the ultimate very fast, and obviously popping your potions in between. I said just buy a cheap stack of rubbish potions you're not really bothered about. I picked up a stack of I think it was like 100 potions for like 3,000 gold, so you can just put them on the side, and then when you're in combat, or you're going to engage in combat, go to your real deal potions, because obviously you don't want to be burning through tri-stat potions, because obviously they can be quite expensive. And as you can see, I've gone down to almost nothing, so I need to replenish my stocks. Also make sure you're a vampire stage 2, as you will benefit from the vampire passive, which is Strike from the Shadows. You'll get further weapon and spell damage. And like I said, the Dawnbreaker will activate the Balorg, obviously, and it just hits super hard. If the Dawnbreaker doesn't kill him, then you can just go straight into an Impale light attack, and that normally finishes most people off. You can still, obviously, the snipe is just a range sort of, if you haven't got any ultimate, you can build up snipe and snipe them from distance. It still drops people. But obviously the goal is really centered around the Dawnbreaker and the Impale more. But it's nice. I mean, I've gone into some groups and you can really hit a Dawnbreaker really hard on people's heads and they don't expect it. And you know, you can get like nearly 19k hits on people. It really is devastating. But as always with any gank build, it's not going to work on every character, because some people will say, oh, it won't hit hard enough. It kills majority of people. I mean, you're still going to get trolled, sweaty tank people that it will never kill. But, you know, it's the element of surprise at the end of the day. You want to surprise your opponent. Before I forget, I do the champion points. So the green, I always recommend to have Gifted Rider for the speed, Steed's Blessing for the speed, and try and put on your rationer for your food to last longer. And I haven't got it on this character, I should have, which is the liquid efficiency, because that will save some of your potions, because you'll go through them quickly. Backstabber for your critical damage, deadly aim, master at arms, and fighting finesse. You can play around with this, but I find this to be the best combination. Make sure you put your bastion on for extra damage for the people that are shield stacking. You can put on celerity for a bit of movement speed. I put on boundless vitality for a bit of health. And obviously, again, the rejuvenation on this build is a bit tricky, so make sure you have that slotted, anything you can. Obviously, if you can try and get your medicinal use, make your potions and recoveries last a bit longer. Obviously, when you pop the potions, your recoveries will pick up a little bit, but they are quite low. But yeah, and also, if anyone can think of any other 2-piece sets, or you know, because I'm obviously got 4 spare sets and I've just stuck them in for the extra weapon and spell damage. If there's anything else I can use that might be better, let me know in the comments. And also, if anyone can think of any way to boost the ultimate regeneration, as obviously getting to 500 ultimate can be a bit tricky. But like I said, this is not a build where you can kill hundreds of people fast. It's a take your time, opportunist build. It's really good fun, and there's no procs on this, so like, you know, no sort of like ones like Red Mountain where they can see them coming and dodging. You know, it's just raw damage, and it's on 1 bar as well, which is just amazing. So like I said, the combination of Oaken Soul and Balorg is very devastating. I'm really pleased with this TERRORCROW build. I know they're similar to my other Terror builds, because obviously I've been tweaking them along the way. And this is just another type of Terror Gank bow build. They're all variations. I'll definitely say this is one of the harder hitting ones. And it doesn't have obviously the cheesy scavenging demise procs, even though I do like them. They are fun, but obviously a lot of people can dodge them quite easy. But this is just raw damage. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up, guys. Remember, get a load of cheap stack of potions to burn up. You know, get your ultimate up nice and quick when you're not engaged in combat, and use your tri-stat potions when you are. And obviously not much of a rotation really, it's more just crouch or stealth, you know, light attack, heavy attack, snipe, impale from distance. Obviously when you've got your Dawny up, just go right in with a cloak, hit him with a Dawny, impale, light attack, impale. Kills most people. If it doesn't work, then you can just cloak away, roll dodge, get a couple of burst heals in. The celerity helps to move, you know, run away. I've done a few successful going into a group, killing someone and running away because you've got the speed. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments of this build. I do love the gank builds. They're definitely one of my favourites. I do prefer the bow gank builds towards the two-handed builds, as obviously the detect bots can be a bit of a nightmare when you're trying to melee gank people. So I always prefer the bow. There's going to be more bow changes next patch, so it's going to be interesting. So I'll be coming up with new builds and guides. Drop me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.